everyone, and welcome to Disney Springs. This is Jim from WildGravityTravels.com, and we're just here to do a brief, quick construction update on what has been changing and working around lately. Nothing time specific. Obviously, we haven't done an update here before, in video form. So here we go. We're going to start with the Planet Hollywood Observatory. It's opening soon. This video is being taken on January 20th, and from the looks of social media, there was somewhat of a preview yesterday here at the Planet Hollywood Observatory with Guy Fieri featuring his menu. You can see the dome structure is a lot more bland than when it first closed, and definitely not sporting the stars or Earth-like structure anymore. And we can still see some walls around the side here of it, but as I mentioned, it is supposedly opening within the month, before the end of this month, January, so that will definitely be exciting for some. So as we pass Starbucks here, we notice something a little different to those who have been to Disney Springs in the past. Quite a few years, actually, this has been here, but the balloon from Characters in Flight has actually been changed to a more blue, greenish color. The characters are no longer on it. If you remember before, it was a yellow color with some characters around the bottom under those lines. Now we're actually looking at a blue balloon. And this is all new. This is a new change not too long ago. And next up, we'll be taking a look at the Edison up the hill. Here's an angle of the Edison from the bottom of the hill. We'll be going up the bridge to check that out next. So just as we've gotten to the top of the hill, we see a lot of scaffolding work here on the left side of the Edison, but the right side is very, very much completed already. And they haven't spared any details based on the concept art. It's coming along very nicely. Up ahead here, we're gonna see some of the concept art on the wall and get a sense for the structure they are building. So here we get a closer shot of the details. We can see the archway of the door actually says Power and Light, and just above that is the year stamp 1901, fitting with the theming of the Edison and what it will be. There we see the smokestack tower, great theme. And we're gonna go back the other way, take a look at the scaffolding once more. Kind of have the sun at a bad angle right now, so it's gonna shine at us. But we're gonna take a look at the concept art and see what they're trying to do here. So here we get a nice look at the concept art. One noticeable feature is that the concept art actually says 1904, and as we just showed you, that stamp seems to say 1901. But here we see the outdoor patio area, as well as the part of the building that still has a lot of scaffolding around it in the concept art. And that is what we showed you when we first started showing you the Edison. So again, come back out for a look at that. Scaffolding on the building. Lots of work to be done yet, but here we can definitely see where the patio is going in that area. So as we pick up here on the far west side corner, we see three buildings that very much see their future in question, starting with Cirque du Soleil. We've heard multiple speculations that they will be getting a new show, even something as extreme as saying that their current show is closing with no new show to replace it at this time. We'll have to wait and see what the future holds. We're hearing that speculation is more towards the end of the year. Just behind that, or across from that, we find the House of Blues. We've heard multiple speculations from the House of Blues that they will not be renewing their lease or contract at Disney Springs and are seeking another location in the Orlando market area, but no longer wish to be at Disney Springs. This coincides with House of Blues moving to another area of Anaheim and out of downtown Disney in California. So we'll have to wait and see what becomes of this. And finally, we have the stepchildren of Disney attractions, Disney Quest here in this big giant box of loud, noisy arcade games. Its future has been in question. It's actually been announced that it's closing quite a few times, and yet it remains open. But one would have to wonder, with all three of these attractions potentially closing, if Disney would put a wall up and build something big and fantastic on this end of Disney Springs property. We'll have to wait and see what the future holds, though, for all three of these venues. So if you haven't been to Disney Springs lately, there's lots of new dining options. Those of you that follow us know that our favorite table service is Chef Art Smith's Homecoming. It's a great restaurant. We have a review posted on our website with some of their signature dishes highlighted and really exciting. But from there, not only table service has improved at Disney Springs, but in our opinion, counter service, with the addition of Blaze Fast-Fired Pizza. Now this is a chain all over the place with multiple locations, but now we've got one at Disney Springs. This restaurant is quick service. It's a build-your-own pizza place, and it actually has its own rewards app. And that rewards app, if you download it before your first visit, if you haven't visited yet, usually gives you a free dessert or a coupon code for a certain percentage off. Now pass holders, you do get a percentage off no matter what, regardless if you have the app or not. But you do get rewards for purchasing so many pizzas from the app. It's a great pizza place. You can pick whatever you want. It's thin crust, and they have lots of great topping options, a lot of topping options. So be sure to check them out. Among others, we also have Morimoto's. The Boathouse, Florida is a great venue. And here, as we look back towards the water, we see the other side of Florida Homecoming. So in our opinion, the two best restaurants here at Disney Springs, right across from each other, just depends on whether you want a table service or counter service meal. And that'll wrap us up here from Disney Springs. I am Jim from wildgravitytravels.com. Thanks for joining, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube page, and we will see you at the parks and see you at the springs.